I'd like to introduce myself. I am Joshua Garcia Liscano, your solution specialist for accounting. And thank you for that wonderful presentation, Shane, my partner, as she was able to present to you our Pride, the bookkeeping module. Now, I'll be presenting with you the second module of Hermes Accounting System, which is the inventory management module, which can be integrated with our iServe point of sale system and the iKeep housekeeping module for the automatic issuance of items. So now let's deep dive in the system by inputting our username and password. So as mentioned, that Hermes accounting system houses three modules. So first is the bookkeeping, which is integrated with our front end systems. Second is the inventory management module, wherein you can manage your inventory from stock requisition up to the month-end inventory. And lastly is the Maya payroll system, which can be integrated with our Kronos time management system, which also has an employee portal. We have three ways on how we could switch modules because once you have logged in, the landing page will be the bookkeeping module. So to switch modules, it's really just simple. All we have to do is first to right click the icon in the upper left part of the interface, which is this one. So currently I'm in the bookkeeping module. To switch to the other modules, you can click this icon. So now we're in the My Apparel system. Then next system is the inventory management. Or you can simply click or right click your mouse, and from there you can choose the module you wish to switch to. So let's go to the bookkeeping module. So that's how easy it is. And then here on the lower right part of your interface, you can see here the icons. These icons are clickable. So if you wish to switch from bookkeeping to inventory, all you have to do is to click this icon. Okay. So this is the interface of inventory management module. By the way, I'm only using I'm in the super admin account, so I can show you the full continuity of the processes and the features of the system. But in your case, with the help of users management system, we can definitely configure or set up the privileges of each particular end users. Okay, so they can just access some of the features of the system or anything you wish them to access to. Earlier, my partner Stanley has showed you the best features of inventory, which is the integration of it to our front end system, which is the iServe point of sale system. That whenever the cashier punches a menu, it has an automatic deduction, and it will show you or reflect in the goods issuance listing. And same goes with the housekeeping department whenever they declare issued items using the iKeep housekeeping module. So here, basically, the goods issuance listing under the reports menu tab, you can definitely see all the transactions that are being deducted in the inventory. So here I have the HK329, which is from iKeep housekeeping system. So aside from the deductions of these items, like from the albatross down to the 3-in-1 bat, it also recognizes the cost of the items issued in the system. So that is something you can use to at least make your processes more efficient and effective because it will eliminate the manual recording of issuances and recording or recognizing of your costs or your expenses in the accounting system, as the inventory management module is also integrated with the bookkeeping. We also have here under the inquiry menu tab, the menu card and the multiple menu card. So this is where the magic happens po. So here we have stations, like if you have a banquet for the sales portal, and if meron din po kayo ng restaurant or ng cafe, we can also integrate po no yung ating inventory management module dun sa ating POS. And from here, as showed to you earlier, we can choose your menu, and then we can input their portioning or yung ingredients po ng each menu. And every time, like for example, this Bihon snack is being punched in the iServe point of sale system, these menus or these ingredients will automatically be deducted in your inventory management po. And of course, the unit price as well. The inventory management module uses average costing. So meaning the total quantity will be your divisor for the total figure or the total amount of your assets or your inventory assets. And then the average cost will be used by the system whenever you issue these items or you punches this menu in the iServe point of sale system. We also have here the multiple menu card na kapag, for example, you have like an event, example, a wedding, and then your guest chooses this menu or menus. Okay, and this is for 50 packs. Automatically, it will multiply the cost for these menus that we have chosen. And definitely, this number of packs can be modified as well. Like for example, for Hawaiian pizza, 25 packs only. So, pwede pa naman po yan na i-modify. And aside from that, we can also see here the average cost of this menus kapag po nagawa po natin sila based on the pricing that we have inputted in the system. And it will also show you the net selling price and of course the profit margin. So the industry or the standard po natin is the 40%. Kaya kapag bumaba po itong ating profit margin ng 40%, it will mark it as color red po to indicate that like you can still improve this one or at least a reminder for you to manage the costing of your menus. And aside from that, you also have here a tick box for the buffer. So here it will like provide you for analytical purposes para po dun sa mga indirect cost po natin since yung mga narito po is yung mga direct cost po natin or the actual ingredients that we will be using to produce these menus. So for example, for indirect cost, 30% yung calculation po natin. So technically, from the last purchase price, kukunin po niya yung buffer. So kukunin niya yung 10% niya. So the total cost now is 14,000. And still, you have a healthy profit margin po na 63.77. Okay po, pasok pa rin po siya sa industry standard po natin. Then aside from this feature, it also has po yung marketing list po natin. So from here, you can click the print marketing list button. Yes po natin yan. So we can see the breakdown of the costing. And here, it will provide us yung listahan po ng mga ingredients na kakailanganin po natin in order for us to produce the 5 menus po. Okay, by the way, all reports here and the vouchers can be exported into 3 different file types by clicking this icon. So you can convert this one into an Excel PDF or Word file. Or if you wish to print this one directly to the connected printer po on your workstation, you can just click this icon po, yung print icon. Okay, so technically this is your marketing list. And from here, you can convert this one into a purchase request na po. Okay po, or stock requisition. So if you click the PR or the create PR, yes lang po natin iyan. Then ito na po yung ating purchase request. So again, the system was designed to be a user-friendly and to help you make your processes more efficient and effective. Kaya instead of you na type pa po ito manually, like from the scratch, it will help you na i-automate po siya para mas mapabilis po yung mga processes po natin. Ngayon po for the quantity, nakabase po ito dun sa mga configured menus po natin or the portioning po na na-set up po natin sa system. But these quantities can still be modified during the recording of transaction. So if you wish na, for example, sa eggplant, gusto niyo siyang dagdagan, like gawin niyo siyang 5 kilograms, that is very, very possible po. Okay po. Ayan. So, as you may see, yung remarks po natin kanina, na-fetch din po niya yan. Then, all we have to do now is to click PR Ayan po. So you can still review the list of PRs po or yung mga items po natin before po natin siya i-submit for approval. So kapag purchase request po, it will require an approval before po siya mag-reflect po no sa ating mga reports. So click lang po natin submit for approval. Yes po natin yan. By the way, all transactions here, both for bookkeeping and inventory, has a corresponding voucher po. Ayan. So to show you the voucher, ito po yung ating purchase request voucher. So yung na-create po natin is PR2208. So ito po ang kanyang voucher. Ayan. Okay po. Ayan. At makikita po natin yan sa pending approval. So the purpose of pending approval is for us to possible po no to save po yung mga transactions po natin for later. So the possible yung accounting supervisor or someone po no who has the right to check and approve or post po yung mga transactions natin can still review this transaction. So ito po yung nagawa po natin. And here, the approver po has two buttons. So, nasa kanya po iyon, nasa kanyang kamay po niya kung i-approve po niya ito or i-disapprove. Okay po? Kung i-disapprove niya po ito, the system will require him or her to input a reason kung bakit po niya dinisapprove itong request po ni Servo Technical Support. So, here makikita po natin kung sino po yung nag-request at kung saan or kung para kaninong department po yung ating request. Okay, cancel ko po muna siya. So I can show you the other features. We also have here what we call po if we are integrated with our sales portal. This is what we call a forecasted marketing list. So here po makita po natin dito yung mga list of events po natin. So if meron po mga business blocks po no na nakikreate sa inyong sales portal or dun sa mga, kapag may mga events po tayo, definitely you can select all those events and then you can print po iyon so you can have like a master list o kung gusto niyo pong i-combine yung multiple events into one marketing list, that is also possible. So this is the sample forecasted marketing list. Again, this can be converted into 3 different file types. And if you wish po, no, this one po can be used for multiple events. Ayan. So here po, isa lang po yung sample ko, si BB1190, but you can definitely choose or select multiple events para po makombine nyo po lahat ng mga kakailanganin po ninyong ingredients para po ma-produce yung marketing list po natin. And here sa upper part po, ng interface po ng forecasted marketing list, pwede po natin yung i-click para po ma-generate po natin yung ating purchase request. So katulad po siya nung kanina nung multiple menu card, this feature has also the capability of converting yung marketing list po natin into a purchase request. Okay, so next notable feature of our inventory management module is this button right here, the reorder. In a way, this is like a notification button for us to tell us na bumaba na po yung mga minomonitor po nating mga items dun sa quantity na maintain natin for them. So for example, you have rice po, no? At gusto po natin sa rice, at least may maintain po tayo ng 5 sako. Ngayon po, dahil nag-i-issue po tayo, mayroon tayong automatic deductions coming from our front-end system, ang nangyayari po ay nagdededuct po yung quantity po ng rice po natin. Ngayon, if bumaba na po or na-hit na po niya yung 5 sacks, automatically, that item will be included in this report to tell us po na, uy, itong mga items na to ay bumaba na siya dun sa reorder level or dun sa maintaining balance or quantity mo at kailangan mo na siyang bilhin ulit. Okay? So for example, here po sa ating beef laman, ayan, kilogram, 0 na po yung ating quantity sa kanya. Eh yung ating reorder level or yung maintaining balance or quantity po natin sa kanya is at least 5 kilos. So ibig sabihin po that the system tells us na kakailanganin natin mag-order ng 5 para at least mawala siya rito at mabalik siya dun sa level na maintain natin for that particular item. Okay? Yung mga report po natin, some of our reports, or I mean most of our reports, ay hindi lamang po sila static, but they are also dynamic. You can interact with them. Kaya hindi lang po sila magagamit for monitoring or tracking yung status po nila. But you can also interact with them. Like for example, this reports, inventory reorder report, you can click the create PR para magawa na po ito directly ng purchase request para po mahabol na natin itong minamaintain nating balances para sa mga items po na pumasok sa report na ito. So, ayan po siya. Okay po. Ito pong quantities po na ito, magdedepende po siya dun sa reorder quantity or ibig sabihin po yung kakailanganin po nating balanse para po mahabol po natin yung reorder or yung maintaining balance po natin. Okay po. Again, this one will be can be set po no dun sa tinatawag po nating item master list or dun sa master file po ninyo. Okay po. Dun po natin isa-set up kung ilan po or kung gaano kadami yung gusto po nating i-maintain na quantity for each particular item. Okay? Next, we have here what we call an inventory book. So technically, this inventory book is under the reports menu tab. And here, you can definitely see the running quantity balance of each item po per location. So here, ayan po yung na-generate po natin. We have here, it tells us na sa 16-ounce plastic cup, lid only, under po siya sa location po ng restaurant and cafe. Currently, we have 1.5 pack po dito. Okay po? Ayan, for example, here naman po sa 3-in-1 bat po, no? Dumoble po siya because meron po siyang magka-separate na location or stock rooms. So sa 3-in-1 bat na under po sa housekeeping, we have 9 gallons, while yung sa main stock room naman daw po is 16. Now, if you wish us po to see yung mga items lang under the housekeeping location, under here po sa filtering feature po natin for location, you can choose housekeeping. And then from here, i-reflect niya po lahat ng mga housekeeping items po natin and yung current quantity po nila. Aside from the inventory book gives us the current or the running quantity balance of the items, this is also where we can do the month-end inventory. So for example, for housekeeping, nagma-month-end na po tayo. For example, sa paparating na October, sa ending po ng October, all we have to do po is to click the stock tick. So this is the term po for the month-end inventory. So it will just remind us na during this activity, dapat wala po muna sanang mga movements ng pag-receive, issuances, or transfers kasi possible na magkaroon po ng mga variances once po na ginagalaw pa po natin yung mga quantities inside the stock room while we are doing the month-end inventory. As you may notice po, when we are accessing a sensitive feature or area of the system requires you to input your security code para po namomonitor po natin kung sino po yung mga gumagalaw or the movements of the end users when they are navigating the system. So here po nakapag-prepare na po ako ng stock take po natin. So technically here, yung sa quantity po, it represents the quantity of the system po. So ito po yung mga running quantity balance po natin sa system. While sa stock take quantity, this is where we're gonna input po yung quantity on hand or yung nabilang po natin during the month and inventory. So here, let's say na sa 3-in-1 bat na nakagalon po, under po sa location po ng housekeeping, here, housekeeping, ang nabilang na lang po nila is 9. So, ibig sabihin, meron po tayong -1 or may nawawala pong isa. Again, the system will recognize the cause of this one kapag in-approve po natin siya. So, ibig sabihin po, sa stock take quantity, once this has been approved, automatically, the quantity here will be the beginning balance of the following month. So, from 10, magiging 9 na lang po yung ating 3-in-1 bat. And at the same time, it will create 2 transactions. One transaction for inventory management, which is to recognize the variance of -1 or yung nawawala pong isa na 3-in-1 bat para po ma-deduct po siya sa ating inventory. Second transaction is for the bookkeeping naman po to recognize the cost, which is 497.20 since may nawala po. Ngayon po, yung account title po na gagamitin po niya rito will be debit the gas supplies or yung purpose po na gagamitin po natin. It's up to us kung ano po yung expense account na gagamitin po natin for this scenario. Then, credit po niya is yung inventory account that is tagged in this particular item po. Okay po. Sige po, i-approve po natin siya. Ayan, input po natin yung ating security code. And as you may see po, and as mentioned by me, meron po makikreate na transaction. So the inventory adjustment is for the inventory management. And of course, meron din po yung katumbas na journal voucher entry dun sa ating bookkeeping. Okay. So ito po yung na-generate or the system-generated transaction. Reference stock take 688. So ibig sabihin ito daw po yung mga na-deduct po sa atin kasi ito po yung mga variances na nawala. Okay po. Possible din po na positive. Like for example, mas mataas po yung quantity nung nabilang po natin on hand versus the system. So yun naman po is magdadagdag po siya. Kaya dito sa quantity, positive po yung ilalagay niya. Okay po. So now let's review po ulit yung ating inventory book. So dapat yung ating 3-in-1 bat dun sa housekeeping will now be, ayan po siya. So, na-deduct po siya from 10, naging 8 na po siya. Yan. Here naman po, as you may see, meron din po tayong for the expenses po no, na na-recognize. Ayan. So this one po is a system generated at yung reference din po nito is yung stock taking po natin or yung month and inventory. So here it will recognize naman po yung mga entries po natin for journal entries. So meron po tayong reference dyan, remarks. So it will like give you a references naman po no kung ano-ano po yung mga items na nawala or na-deduct. So here it tells us na meron po tayong 3-in-1 bat po from IA 1131. So pwede po natin gamitin itong inventory adjustment 1131 to verify this transaction. And of course, ang expense po na ginamit po natin kanina is itong gas supplies. Okay, aside from that po, the system or the inventory management module also offers you variety of reports that you can use, and one of this is the menu card summary. So here, as mentioned po kanina, no, na yung standard profit margin po natin is at least 40%. So if you wish to show po yung mga menus under 40%, we can do that here po sa report na to. So the system can tell us kung ano-ano po yung mga menus na kailangan po natin siguro i-revisit yung costing po natin para at least mahatak po natin ulit or makuha po natin ulit yung 40 profit margin para laging healthy or yung hindi po tayo malugi. Ano po? So technically, the menu card summary will show you all the menus po no, na meron po tayo sa iServe point of sale system po natin na integrated with the inventory management module. So here it says na ito po, yung mga items po natin, like for example, for Affogato, meron po tayong ingredients dyan na coffee beans tsaka vanilla ice cream. So ito po yung quantity niya, 15 grams for coffee beans, 30 grams for vanilla ice cream at lahat po yan will be deducted sa restaurant and cafe kapag po ito ay pinunch po ni cashier using the iServe point of sale system. And here you can see po no, yung profit margin natin is 87.90. Same goes with the last purchase price. Okay po. So yung net selling price po natin dito is 111.61. Yung price po nito is tinanggal na po yung VAT and if meron pong service charge. Yung amount lang po talaga nung menu. Okay po. So yung total cost po natin dito is 13.50. Kaya meron po tayong healthy profit margin of 87.90. You can also tick po ito. Tapos click po natin generate. So technically since filter out po natin siya na i-show lang yung mga menus with 40% margin lower, the report now will show you all the menus na mababa po sa 40% yung kanilang profit margin. So technically these are the items or the menus po no na sa tingin po ni system kailangan po nating i-reconsider yung costing po natin or maybe this is the time for you to raise na or increase na yung selling price niya para at least na-maintain po natin yung kanyang healthy profit margin. So as you may see here po, like for example, sa braised pork belly, ang ating profit margin is 37.52. So hindi po siya umabot sa 40% po na industry standard. Okay? Under the transactions menu tab, we have these transactions po. So technically, the inventory management module was established po to be a user-friendly system. Kaya si may po no, nauna po si stock requisition, followed by the purchase request, then the purchase order. Same goes with our reports. So in a way, parang matching type po siya, ano, na kung ano po yung nauuna rito, yun din po yung nauuna sa ating transactions. So if you created or posted a stock requisition, it will reflect po dito din sa pinakauna, which is si stock requisition listings. So let's create one. Okay, for example, for Banket. And then here, the doc date, by default po is kung ano po yung date today. And the date needed, you can set this one. Like for example, next week siya kakailanganin, October 17. Input lang po natin siya sa date needed. By the way, the requester, kung sino po yung nakalogin, automatically siya po yung nakalagay dito sa requester po natin. So for example, we will be requesting this item. So kuha ko ng apple, orange, kahit tatlong items lang. Ayan po siya. Then here's a quantity. They are gonna input po, no, kung ilan po yung kakailanganin po nila. For example, sa apple, 10 piraso. Dito po sa orange sweetened, 10 can. Then sa pineapple, let's say 5 kilos. Then here's the remarks. Meron po tayong line remarks dito. So you can specify kung ano po yung kakailanganin po natin na nire-request. Like for example, sa Apple, ang gusto po natin is specific brand. So pwede po niyang ilagay dyan na brand, Fuji, something like that po. Okay? Then after that one, pwede na po natin yan i-submit. Successfully submitted stock requisition. Would you like to print the stock requisition voucher? You can click yes. So at least you can see po, no, yung voucher po natin. And so this is our sample voucher. Okay po. We can like modify this one din naman po, especially for the signatories. As mentioned po kanina, yung mga reports po namin ay hindi lang po sila nagagamit for monitoring purposes or tracking, but you can also interact with them po. So dito po sa mga listings po natin, you can generate these transactions. And then here, meron po tayong button dyan wherein we can convert this stock requisition into a purchase request po. But before I proceed with this, I want to show you yung tinatawag po natin na SR request. Ayan. From here po sa approved SR po na to, lahat po ng mga request items coming from this location po, no, or department po will be shown here po. Pero nakalimit lang po ako ng 10 rows. But here, what I'm trying to say po is, from the stock requisition, you can now convert this one into a stock transfer. So technically, if you have available quantities coming from your main stock room, possible po, no, kung saan nyo po kinukuha yung mga items po ninyo. Kapag nakita po nyo rito na meron pong available quantity, you can simply do stock transfer. So technically, magta-transfer lang po tayo ng items from another location since available naman po yung quantity within the property. Second naman po, if you have seen here na wala na po tayong quantity available, yung advisable po rito is to create PR na because we have to request for approval para i-purchase na po sila outside the property since wala na po tayong available quantity. Then meron din pong scenarios wherein kapag pinasa po natin sa different departments, yung mga items coming from the main stock room, ino-auto-issued na po natin sila o outright issued. So that is the time na we create a goods issue once para automatically madeduct na po iyon dun sa ating inventory book. Okay po? So meron po tayong capability na ganyan para at least mas maging efficient po yung ating mga processes. But to go back po dun sa ating mga listings, as mentioned, here, you can reflect po, no, yung mga nagagawa po ninyong mga or nasasabit po ninyong mga stock requisitions. And if you wish po na i-convert into PR, since wala naman na po siyang available quantity sa ating main stock room, you can simply click this button, convert to PR. So hindi lang po siya nagagamit for your monitoring purposes, but also to interact po with these listings para po makagawa po kayo nung next step po niya na transaction. Okay, so from SR, ito na po yung kanyang PR. So meaning, mag-a-ask na po tayo ng approval for the management na kung pwede bilhin na itong mga items po na ito dahil wala na silang available quantity sa ating main stockroom. Then you can also, as you may see po, no, yung ating mga remarks, ito pong line item remarks po natin, the quantities is being fetched pa rin po, no? Nandyan pa rin po sila, hindi po sila nawawala. So sa estimated cost, you can also input here kung yung cost po na alam po natin. But if meron na po silang history, tulad po nito si Pineapple, tsaka po si Apple, meron na po sila last unit price, you can use po ito as a basis for your estimated cost. Since the costing can be used by the management for their decision-making processes po, no? If they are gonna approve this purchase request or hindi po. Click po natin yung PR preview. Then, since na-review naman na po natin sila, okay na po sila, submit for approval lang po natin yan. So that is our PR2209. By the way, the system auto-generates the transaction numbers po, no? Para maiwasan po natin na kung tayo yung maglalagay, eh baka mag-duplicate po yung ating mga transactions. So pumasok na po yan sa pending approval, and let's say ako po yung accounting supervisor na can approve this one. Meron po tayong dalawang way of approving sa mga transactions po natin. We can do multiple posting and then click approve. Or kung sigurista po tayo, we can like open po itong mismong transaction. And then from here, click po natin yung approve button. Then input our security code. Ayan. So here, meron din po tayong prompt na gusto mo na ba siyang gawan ng purchase order. You can click yes, then automatically the purchase order transaction will be filled out based on the PR that we have posted po. But inoko po muna siya so you can see po, no, yung ating report. So kanina po sa stock requisition tayo, next we have the PR listing. At similar with the SR listing, we have here ng action button. Okay po. So si PR2209, since in-approve na po natin siya, while si PR2208 from the multiple menu card is for approval pa po, no, nasa pwedeng approval pa siya, kaya hindi pa siya pwedeng i-convert into PO. But the 2209, since this has been approved by me din po, no, pwede na po siyang i-convert into PO. Okay po. So ayan na po siya. Now we can indicate here kung sino po yung gusto po nating or kung sino po yung katransact po natin na supplier. Okay? We can also recognize here your VAT or yung input VAT po, ano. Click lang po natin yung VATable. Or kung naka-configure na po yung VAT registration, even yung alphanumeric tax code for this particular supplier, na-automate na po yung mga yun. Okay po? Yan. So from here, i-approve ko na ho siya. And now that we have approved it, at let's say na dumating na rin po yung time where the supplier has successfully provided to us po, no, yung mga in-order natin sa kanya, that is a time po na pwede na po natin yan i-receive through the goods receipt stock. Okay po. So ito po yung mga items po natin. Here po sa location, lagay lang po natin yung sample location so we can see po, no, yung pag-add po niya sa inventory book. So sa inventory book po natin, i-review po natin kung ano po yung laman ng sample location. Ayan. Currently sa sample location, meron po siya nag-iisang item lang, shampoo. So dapat kapag ni-receive po natin yung mga items dito sa ating goods receipt, ito pong mga items na to, si Orange hanggang kay Apple, ay dapat ma-add po sila. Okay po? So let's say here, delivery receipt number, ayan po siya. Then you can click receive all if upon checking po sa delivery po or na-deliver po na item sa atin, kompleto naman. So sa quantity receive po natin, 0 siya. Kapag ni-receive all ko yan, automatically, i-fetch po niya kung ano po yung PO quantity balance po natin. Here, we can receive partially po. Like for example, Yung mga na-deliver pa lang ngayon is orange, tapos wala pang pineapple and apple kasi sabi ni supplier, bukas pa lang daw niya yun ma-deliver. We can do that as well po here. So all we have to do is to zero out po yung items po natin dito to mark this one kapag in-approve natin as partially received. Okay po, but here, i-receive all na po natin siya. Click approve. And now, after approving, i-check po natin yung ating inventory book under po sa sample location. Okay po. Let's now generate yung ating inventory book for sample location. So, yan po, no? Kung kanina po, shampoo lang po yung meron po tayo. Since ngayon po, nag-add na po tayo for apple, orange, sweetened, and pineapple. Na-add na rin po siya sa inventory po ng particular location po natin na sample location. Okay po. Yan. So by the way po, just to add po no, to my presentation, yung mga most of our interfaces, meron po silang mga kaakibat na QA button here. So kapag kinlik po natin yan, automatically the system will direct you po no, dun sa aming official website para if ever man po na gusto niyo po magkaroon ng refresher, like kunwari nakalimutan niyo pong gamitin yung particular na feature ni system, you can just click the QA icon and then the website will provide you a step-by-step guide kung paano ba nag-work or kung paano nagagamit yung ating feature. Okay? That's it on my end po. I'll be now passing the floor to Erica to present with you the payroll system. Thank you.